Hi, I'm Rashonda Cade. This is Reading with Rashonda. We are reading The Escape by William Wells Brown. We are on Act 4. Act 4, Scene 1. Interior of a dungeon. Glenn in chains. Glenn, when I think of my unmerited sufferings, it almost drives me mad. I struck the doctor, and for that, I must remain here loaded with chains. But why did he strike me? He takes my wife from me, sends her off, and then comes and beats me over the head with his cane. I did right to strike him back again. I would I had killed him. Oh, there is a volcano pent up in the hearts of the slaves of these southern states that will burst forth ere long. When that day comes, woe to those whom its unpitying fury may devour. I would be willing to die if I could smite down with these chains every man who attempts to enslave his fellow man. Enter Sampy. Sampy. Glenn, I just been here, Massa called the overseer, and I spect somebody is going to be whipped. Another thing, I know where Massa took Linda to. He took her to the poplar farm, and he went away last night, and Mrs. she follow after Massa, and she ain't come back yet. I tell you, Glenn, the devil will pay on the devil will be to pay on this place, but don't you tell anybody that I told you. Exit Sampy. Scene 2. Parlor. I mean, let's just get over scene 1. Glenn apparently beat up Dr. Gaines. I'm sorry, Colonel Gaines. Whew, and is in the dungeon and had quite a speech. Anyway, scene 2. Parlor. Dr. Gaines alone. Dr. Gaines. Yes, I will have the black rascal well whipped, and then I'll sell him. It was most fortunate for me that Hamilton was willing to sell him to me. Enter Mr. Scragg. Dr. Gaines is still talking. I have sent for you, Mr. Scragg. I want you to take Glenn out of the dungeon, take him into the tobacco house, fasten him down upon the stretcher, and give him 500 lashes upon his bare back. 500? Mercy. That is a lot. And when you have whipped him, feel his pulse and report to me how it stands and if he can bear more. I'll have you give him an additional 100 or two as the case may be. 500 could clearly kill somebody. 500? I'm angry and I'm hot. It's kind of hot up here. Whew, so if you see me sweating, it's anger and I'm hot. And maybe a hot flash. I don't know. I think it's really just that I'm hot. And then I have my ring light shining on me, but without the light, it's okay. I'll stop. Mercy. And why don't you do your dirty work yourself? If you want them whipped so badly, you don't have the guts to do it yourself? Scrag. I tell you, doctor, that suits me to a charm. I've long wanted to whip that nigger. When your brother in law came here to board and brought that boy with him, I felt bad to see a nigger dressed up in such fine clothes, and I wanted to whip him right off. I tell you, doctor, I had rather whip that nigger than go to heaven any day. That I had. You would rather whip somebody than go to heaven? Oh, my. Dr. G. Go, Mr. Scragg, and do your duty. Don't spare the whip. Scragg. I will, sir. I'll do it in order. Exit Scragg. Dr. G. Everything works well now, and when I get Glenn out of the way, I'll pay Melinda another visit, and she'll give me a different reception. But I wonder where my wife is. She left word that she was going to see her brother, but I am afraid that she has got on my track. That woman is the pest of my life. If there's any place in heaven for her, I'd be glad if the Lord would take her home, for I've had her too long already. But what noise is that? What can that be? What is the matter? Enter Scragg with face bloody. Scragg. Oh dear me. Oh my head. That nigger broke away from me and struck me over the head with a stick. Oh dear me. Oh. Dr. G. Where is he, Mr. Scragg? Scragg. Oh, sir, he jumped out of the window. He's gone. Oh, my head. He's cracked my skull. Oh, dear me, I'm killed. Oh, oh, oh. Enter slaves. Dr. G. Go, Dolly, and wash Mr. Scragg's head with some whiskey and bind it up. Go at once. And Bob, you run over to Mr. Hall and tell him to come with his hounds. We must go after the rascal. Exit all except the doctor. Okay, so Dr. G is a doctor. Have we seen him do any doctoring at all in this? Cato was pulling wrong teeth. Oh, I guess he did try to fix what Cato did, sort of, but then he still had Cato do stuff. He's having Dolly um, fix up Scrag. Like, do some doctoring. Did you not take a Hippocratic oath? When did they start taking the Hippocratic oath? All right, let's keep reading. Dr. G, this will never do. When I catch the scoundrel, I'll make an example of him. I'll whip him to death. Ah, here comes my wife. I wonder what she comes now for. I must put on a sober face, for she looks angry. Enter Mrs. Gaines. Ah, my dear, I am glad you've come. I've been so lonesome without you. Oh, Sarah, I don't know what I should do if the Lord should take you home to heaven. I don't think that I should be able to live without you. Sir, you literally just said, I wish God would take her home to heaven because I've had her too long. Mrs. G. Dr. Gaines. Oh, you know she's mad. She called him Dr. Gaines and she was all Colonel, 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 Colonel. And now she's Dr. Gaines. Mm. So, Mrs. G, Dr. Gaines, you ought to be ashamed to sit there and talk in that way. You know very well that if the Lord should call me, hang on, is she not all beaten up? Because she got whipped with a broomstick by Melinda. Okay, this is how I be reading, y'all. This is what you get. Thanks for being on the ride. Mrs. G. Dr. Gaines, you ought to be ashamed to sit there and talk in this way. You know very well that if the Lord should call me home to glory tonight, you'd jump for joy. But you need not think that I am going to leave this world before you. No, with the help of the Lord, I'll stay here to foil you in your meanness. I've been on your track, and a dirty track it is, too. You ought You ought to be ashamed of yourself. See what promises you made me before we were married? And this is the way you keep your word? When I married you, everybody said that it was a pity that a woman of my sweet temper should be linked to such a man as you. She weeps and wrings her hands. Dr. G, come, my dear, don't make a fool of yourself. Not, I'm sorry, not, oh, feel better. Come, my dear, don't make a fool of yourself. Come, let's go to supper, and a strong cup of tea will help your head. A strong cup of tea will help her head. A strong cup of tea will get her to not be angry. Next thing I know, he's going to claim she has hysteria and try to give her a hysterectomy because clearly the uterus is all the madness in all of the women. I'm glad times have changed some, but quite frankly, not nearly enough. Mm. All right. Mrs. G, tea help my head. Tea won't help my head. You're a brute of a man. I always knew I was a fool for marrying you. There was Mr. Comstock. He wanted me and he loved me, and he said I was an angel. So he did. And he loved me, and he was rich, and his mother said that he loved me more than you, for when you used to kiss me, he always squeezed my hand. You never did such a what? Oh, for when he used to kiss me, he always squeezed my hand. You never did such a thing in your life. She weeps and wrings her hands. She said like 1,000 times about Mr. Comstock loved her. Mr. Comstock loved me. Mr. Comstock loved me. Mm. Dr. G, come, my dear. Don't act so foolish. Mrs. G, yes. Everything I do is foolish. You're a brute of a man. I won't live with you any longer. I'll leave you. That I will. I'll go and see a lawyer and get a divorce from you. So I will. Dr. G, well, Sarah, if you want a divorce, you had better engage Mr. Barker. He's the best lawyer in town. And if you want some money to facilitate the business, I'll draw a check for you. Go ahead, divorce me. I'll pay it. Let's get it going. Mrs. G, so you want me to divorce? I'm sorry. And I have ever since I had COVID, like a couple of years, I've had a tickle in my throat. Anyway, all right. Mrs. G, so you want me to get a divorce, do you? Well, I won't have a divorce. No, I'll never leave you as long as the Lord spares me. She's like, oh, you want me to leave? Bump that. I'll be with you forever. Exit Mrs. Gaines. Scene 3, forest at night, large tree. Enter Melinda. Melinda. This is indeed a dark night to be out and alone on this road. But I must find my husband. I must. Poor Glenn, if he only knew that I was here, he could get to me. He would. What a curse slavery is. It separates husbands from their wives and tears mothers from their helpless offspring and blights all our hopes for this world. I must try to reach Muddy Creek before daylight and seek out my husband. What's that I hear? Footsteps? I'll get behind this tree. Enter Glenn. Glenn, it is so dark. I'm afraid I've missed the road. Still, this must be the right way to the poplar farm. And if Bob told me the truth when he said that Melinda was at the poplar farm, I will soon be with her. Bob? Thought his name was Sampy. It definitely says Sampy. Um, we're stopping for a moment to look at the cast of characters to see if it lists Bob as Sampy. No, it just lists Sampy as Sampy. I wonder if that was like a typo or a nickname. All right, we'll start with Glenn again. It is so dark. I'm afraid I've missed the road. Still, this must be the right way to the poplar farm. And if Bob told me the truth when he said that Melinda was at the poplar farm, I will soon be with her. And if I once get her in my arms, it will be a strong man that shall take her from me. I, a dozen strong men, shall not be able to wrest her from my arms. Melinda rushes from behind the tree. Melinda, oh, Glenn, it is my husband. It is. Glenn, Melinda, Melinda, it is, it is. Oh God, I thank thee for this manifestation of thy kindness. Come, come, Melinda, we must go at once to Canada. I escaped from the overseer whom Dr. Gaines sent to flog me. Yes, I struck him over the head with his own club, and I made the wine flow freely. By the wine, he means blood. Yes, I pounded his old skillet well for him and then jumped out of the window. It was a leap for freedom. I'll get back to that. It was a leap for freedom. Yes, Melinda, it was a leap for freedom. I've said, Master, for the last time. I am free. I'm bound for Canada. Come, let's be off at once, for the Negro dogs will be put upon our track. Let us once get beyond the Ohio River, and all will be right. Exit. And that is the end of Act 4. So I paused at the leap for freedom because there is a chapter in Clotel that is literally called Leap for Freedom. I'm looking around to see if my copy of Clotel is easily accessible, and it's not. But okay, so I think that the escape is could be called one of the several versions of Clotel. There are lots of reasons to not think it is, but I think there are a lot of reasons to consider that. So anyway, I was very much struck by the leap for freedom because that's a whole chapter in Clotel. So anyway, I'll put the book down. We are reading The Escape by William Wells Brown. I'm Rashonda Cade, and this is Reading with Rashonda. Until next time.